Hello guys, welcome to our channel, and in this video we will try to show that the square root of 2 is irrational. Okay, so before we start into writing the proof of the statement, we're gonna have to first list some important informations or theorems in which we can use later on in our proof. Okay, so first let us first define what is a rational number. So definition. Okay, so by definition, the set of rational numbers is the set containing a over b, okay, such that a, b are both element of the set of integers, or they're both integers, and b is non-zero. Okay, so that's the definition of the set of rational numbers. Okay, so whenever we have a ratio of two integers, okay, and given also that our denominator is non-zero, then we can say that that number is a rational number. Okay, next a theorem. Let's say theorem 1. Okay, so theorem 1, if a is even rather, if and only if a squared is even, okay, in which of course a is also an integer. Okay, so this tells us whenever we have an integer a and a is even, then its square is even, and vice versa. Okay, if we have a perfect square that is even, then its square root is even. With that, we can now then start our proof. Okay, so proof for this theorem, what we will try is we will indirectly prove this statement by supposing, for the sake of contradiction, that square root of 2 is rational. Okay, so we will suppose that square root of 2 is irrational. Okay, now next, by our definition, okay, by the definition of the set of rational numbers, if square root of 2 is irrational, then this means that square root of 2 can be rewritten as a over b. Okay, in which by definition a and b are both integers and b is non-zero. Okay, we will also assume that a and b are co-primes. Okay, so we will also assume that a and b are both co-primes, meaning that a over b is in its simplest form. Okay, so that their only common factor is 1, or their GCD is 1. Okay, so so we can also say, or a over b is in its simplest form. Okay, we can also say that. Now, so we will now then consider our equation, which is square root of 2 equals a over b. Okay, so what we will do is we will square both sides of the equation, giving us 2 is equals to a squared over b squared. Now if we multiply both sides by b squared, this will give us 2b squared equals a squared. Now just applying symmetry on this equation, this would give us a squared being equal to 2b squared. Okay. Now, as you can see, since a squared is equals to 2b squared, right? And b squared is also an integer, since by closure property under the set of integers, if b is an integer, then its square is integer, right? And also we've derived that a squared is equals to 2b squared. Then we can say that a squared is even, right? Since 2b squared, where b squared is an integer, is the exact format of an even integer. Okay. Now, from our theorem 1, it states here, right, that a is even if and only if a squared is even. Okay, where a is an element of an integer. Okay. Now, since we've derived that a squared is even here, then we can imply that its square root is even, right? So by theorem 1, we can say that a is even. Now, since a is even, we can now let a be equal to 2k, right? For all k element of the set of integers. Now, if a is equals to 2k, we can say that a squared is equals to 4k squared, right? We just squared both sides. Now, what we will do next is we equate a squared equals to 4k squared and a squared equals to 2b squared. Okay, since 4k squared and 2b squared are both equal to a squared, then we can equate them together, giving us that 2b squared is equals to 4k squared. Now, if 2b squared is equals to 4k squared, we would divide both sides by 2, and this would give us that b squared is equals to 2k squared. Okay. Next, as we can see, since b squared is equals to 2k squared, okay, and k squared is an integer by closure property, okay, then we can also say that b squared is even, right? Since just like what we derived earlier for a squared, b squared is also in the exact same format of an even integer, right? 2k squared, or 2 times some integer. Okay. Now, since that's the case, then again, going back, we can again use theorem 1, right, in which we can now then imply that if b squared is even, then b is even. Okay, so let's do that. So by theorem 1, b is even. Okay, now if b is even, then we can let it be equal to 2h, right, in which for any h that is an integer. Okay, we can now then imply that a over b is equal to the value of a is equal to 2k here, and then we've supposed that b is equals to 2h. Okay, this just means that a over b is not in its simplest form. Right? It's not in its simplest form, since we've derived that they have a common factor other than 1. Now, since we've assumed at the beginning that a over b is in its simplest form, no t, and we've derived that a over b is not in its simplest form, then there's a contradiction. Now, since there's a contradiction in our proof, therefore, we can now accept and say that square root of 2 is irrational. And that completes our proof. And we're done.